Dear students, today a video on countables, but mostly on uncountable nouns, okay, as these are more difficult. Uncountable nouns are usually names of materials or names of liquids or abstract nouns. All these are uncountable nouns. Uncountable means that they have no plural, that they need a singular verb, and that they are not used with articles, okay? They are not used with articles. So you usually don't say a water, a wool, a weather. You can say the weather. In this case, yes, you can use a definite article. But usually, with uncountable nouns, you don't use the article. In English, there are words which are always uncountable. For example, weather is always uncountable, or health, or money, or traffic. All these words are uncountable. Advice, or for example, jewelry, or anger, as it is an abstract noun, or for example, red, or okay, all of these are uncountable in English. More uncountable words: homework, news, luggage. Now, if these words are uncountable in English, how can we make them countable? How can we do this? By using expressions: a piece of advice, an item of jewelry, a bit of anger, a slice of bread. This is how we make them countable. Travel and journey. Travel and journey have very similar meanings, but travel is normally uncountable. It means traveling in general, and we don't talk about a travel. Journey is countable. We can say a journey in one particular movement from one place to another. And because we can say a journey, journey is countable and can have a plural. Journeys, that would be the plural, okay? So you can say, I like travel, or did you have a good journey? So sometimes we have an uncountable word and we make it countable with a word totally different. Other times, we use an expression: he never listens to advice, or can I give you a piece of advice? That's another way of making it countable. So there are many words in English which are uncountable, and to make them countable, we need another word. Information, we also say a piece of information. But for example, luck, which is uncountable, we say a stroke of luck. Okay, so sometimes the expressions are pretty difficult to remember. Or news. News is uncountable, and to make it countable, we also say a piece of news. Sometimes we have words which are uncountable and the same word is countable. Iron and iron. But then what happens is that they have different meaning. Iron is a material and iron is an object. There are many words in English like this. Paper is the material, A paper can mean an essay, a composition. Glass is the material. A glass is the object. Okay. Light, a light. Okay. A light is an expression when we ask, have you got a light? Because you want to smoke a cigarette and you need to light your cigarette. So have you got a light? It has a different meaning. For example, the word time. Time is uncountable. You can only count time if you count it in minutes, seconds, hours. So for example, you can say, don't hurry, don't run. There is plenty of time. And to make it countable, you can say, hey, have a good time. Have a good time. Let's have a good time. Now it's countable. In English, it is sometimes difficult to know when to use a singular or a plural verb with some nouns. For example, there are nouns in English which always end in S. And these words are the same in singular or in plural. So you can say a Swiss is or Swiss are. Serious is or serious are. Crossroads is, crossroads are. Okay? Because they don't change. Other words don't end in an S, but also are the same in the singular and the plural. For example, aircraft, spacecraft, fish, right? Sometimes you might see the word fishes, though, but it's not so common. So these words are the same in the singular and in the plural. So again, you can use both a singular or a plural verb, depending on the sentence. But sometimes we have words in English which end in an S, but which are used with a singular verb. Okay, for example, words ending in X. Mathematics, physics, athletics, these words are used with a singular verb. So you will say mathematics is, physics is, and athletics is. Don't make the mistakes because you think they end in S. You would say mathematics are. No, that is wrong. This also happens with words ending in X, mathematics, physics, athletics, mechanics, electronics, politics, statistics. Also with words related to diseases, for example, diabetes, okay, or measles is the name of another illness, or words referring to games, for example, billiards, or for example, darts. Okay, so this is always taking a singular verb, even though they end in an S. These words always take a singular verb. Then we also have nouns which are always plural, always need a plural verb. And these are two special groups of nouns. Usually it's nouns referring to clothes, okay, things that people wear. And the other group is a group of things that people use. So we're going to call it tools. In this way, it will be easier for you to remember. So for example, for clothes, so trousers, shorts, these are always plural. Pajamas, sunglasses, etc. Then for tools, we have scissors or binoculars. Okay, you can say the man was watching the train through binoculars. So remember, trousers, shorts, pajamas, sunglasses are. Scissors, binoculars are or have. And also remember, you use this expression, a pair of, with a pair of scissors, a pair of trousers, a pair of shorts, a pair of sunglasses, etc. Finally, students, we have nouns for groups of people. Groups of people. For example, family, police, team, staff, crew. Nouns for groups of people. These nouns that refer to groups of people, they can have a singular or a plural verb. So when to use one or the other? When you use the singular, it is because you think of the group as a single unit, okay? As a single unit. And when you use the plural, it is because you think of the group as a number of individuals, okay? For example, you might say, my family have decided to move to Barcelona. My family have, that is the plural. It means your family, individually, each one has decided to do it. Or you might say, the average family has 3 members. In this case, you are referring to the family as a singular or impersonal unit. You might say the team are optimistic. You are referring to each member. But if you say the team is full of enthusiasm, then you are referring to the team as a whole. And to end this video, students, remember that there is another video called quantifiers, and this is very much related to countable and uncountable nouns, because what happens when you have, for example, the word time, which is uncountable? To make it countable, you need to use another word. For example, you need to use little time, or you need to say enough time. You need to use quantifiers to express the amount, the quantity of time you are talking about. But that is another video, okay? Bye.